rise, warriors of gold. Legends are written, our story unfolds. Steel meets will in the heart of the fight. Bow to the crown or be lost in the night. We stand tall, we don't kneel. Glory forged in iron and steel. Through the fire, through the pain, only the strongest will remain. Imperial, yeah, the kingdom stands. Imperial, we rule the land. No retreat, no backing down. We wear the gold, we take the crown. Imperial, the empire reigns. Battle cries echo through the halls. Champions rise while the weak ones fall. One shot, one chance, destiny calls. Claim your fate or lose it all. We stand tall, we don't kneel. Glory forged in iron and steel. Through the fire, through the pain, only the strongest will remain. Imperial, yeah, the kingdom stands. Imperial, we rule the land. No retreat, no backing down. We wear the gold, we take the crown. Imperial, the empire reigns.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my very first Addressing the Empire. As you might have noticed down below, the name isn't DJ Brev anymore, it's just DJB, IWF, General Manager. You are hearing that right. I am now the General Manager of Imperial Wrestling Federation, and we'll get on to how that happened in a bit. But Night of Champions, last night, from Jazzball, wow, what a show. What an absolute banger. Thank you, everyone, for showing up, making your voices heard. It was loud as hell. Very loud. Especially when we kicked things off with a certain champion's little celebration, whatever you want to call it. Persona decided he wanted to come out and address the IWF fans at the very start of the show. And, well, this is what happened, folks.
So strange what you're going to do right now as the general manager is you're going to shake my hand and show you're respecting me as the champion.
Now listen, I respect my champion, because you're only going to be my champion for this evening. Because when the big bread comes out here...
So this is who you think's going to take the championship of me.
Yeah! What is gonna kill you? What is
Who else is doing it? Walker is clearly a wrestler. He's clearly on my left. I mean, look at him, he's wearing trainers, joggers, and a dumb tank top. Walker will never be on the level that I'm on. He will never be championship material like the best in the world. If anything, Walker is just like Sunderland Football Club, serial losers. Unlike Sunderland Football Club, tonight I'm going to win. So, I'll see you all in the main event when I beat Walker Wall Street and prove that it's me, Yoga.
Now, there's a reason I showed that footage, ladies and gentlemen, and there's a point I'd like to make, and I will make that a bit later on, but that is how Night of Champions started last night. Unfortunately for Persona, I didn't get that super kick. Luckily for Walker, wow, managing to catch it takes some skill. But we are going to move on, and we're going to talk about another very, very big thing that happened last night, and it does involve my new name down there. We found out earlier in the week Jakob got himself injured and he wouldn't be able to compete against Nate Sawyer. But we did know that Nate Sawyer was still going to be at Night of Champions. We just didn't know who he was facing until out popped Adrenaline Kid. Well, props to Adrenaline Kid. I've got to give him that. To step out against Nate Sawyer last minute, it takes some gonads. So props to you, Adrenaline Kid. But it didn't really last long, did it? Nate Sawyer did what Nate Sawyer does and took apart Adrenaline Kid. Came out with the big dub, the big win, but he wasn't over then. He was far from finished. He went and tried to do something very despicable to Adrenaline Kid, and I'm not going to show that bit of footage. However, we did see Strange run into the ring to try and make the save on Adrenaline Kid. He ate I don't know what he calls it, the off with his head, that spike that Nate likes to do. He took Strange down. Nate gets out of the ring. Strange manages to get back onto his feet. And then, well, the bombshell hit. This is what happened.
Do you know what the scene just showed me? I used to stand here as the prince of the underworld, Diego, and took crap from nobody. Exactly. And now what I am is a clown to all of you. Isn't that right, Nate? Isn't that right? Well, the clown no longer. I'll go to stipulation. If I ever do red face again, then I'm gone. Nate, I wouldn't laugh. Because now I'm not part of Imperial. I'm coming to your dark spots. Redder face than ever! And I can tear you apart! We don't need a sanctioned ring. We don't need a referee. I'm going to end you, Nate Sawyer. End it. Just so I don't leave all of these people without a general manager. In my contract, it was stated that if I step down, I can pick a replacement. And I know just the man who I can trust to deliver for all of these fans. Ladies and gentlemen, your new general manager of Imperial Wrestling Federation, DJB. You're the only man I can really trust. You never once turned your back on me. So get in this ring and address your crowd.
Yeah, take off.
DJ Fred! DJ Fred! DJ Fred! DJ Fred! DJ Fred!
I guess I'm going to need a suit now, yeah? Oh! Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I really don't know what to say. This is... Someone I said it last one, right? We did get something right. My dream is to be in this ring. But that doesn't mean I've got to be a wrestler to be in this ring. Look where I am now. Oh, you amazing Imperial fans. With you, right here. Brad, do you really think I'm going to let you walk away? Do you really think these people are going to let you walk away?
No, Brad!
Brad, I'm about to tell you my very first act as general manager of IWF. And I am about to sign someone for each and every single one of you. None of this. My first signing
in any incarnation is dead on. And not just that. I know exactly what you want. And I'm so happy you're stood there. I'm glad you're stood there. Because ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to announce to you right now, in 3 weeks' time, right here in Cheers Bar, Monarchs Madness, I am giving you the match you want. Nate Sawyer versus the red-faced demon, Dagon. You ain't going to have to find him in the woods, but you can have him anywhere you want. Balls count anywhere. Thank you very much, everybody, but you. Thank you above everybody else. And I am going to do you proud. You are Imperial. You belong here.
I meant every single word of it as well. He does belong here at Imperial. And speaking of belonging here right now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special guest at this time. But let's give him the proper introduction he deserves. I've been waiting for this. I haven't seen this in a long time. Ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Evening, DJ. Oh, General Manager, should I say.
Thank you very much for coming on. What's that you've got in your hand there?
Less than 24 hours ago, you released me. You let me wipe off that fake smile. And you put your belief in the red-faced demon. And today, I walked in to Dropkick Championship Wrestling and walked out the Gauntlet Champion. Now,
Congratulations.
This is just a start. And if it's okay with you, I would like to address IWF.
The floor is yours, sir.
Don't mind if I do, yeah.
By all means.
Don't think anybody expected last night that I would step down as general manager. But let me explain why. So I think I've got good enough reason. First of all, I stand there and shake hands with Persona. The one person who filthy turned on everybody in the IWF, stomped my head in with a chair, and stole the IWF championship. Then I was made to be professional, stand and shake hands with numbties like the Terrormans. Then I got humiliated by Simon G. Money. Top it all up. Nate Sawyer, you had no right putting your hand on me. No right. Now listen, DJ. I was once the leader of one of the most destructive factions in professional wrestling. I was the leader of Pandemus. I was then part of the movement of the apocalypse. I'm not ready to stand here one more time be made a joke of. Nate Sawyer. Your judgment, dear. Weather's coming.
I do not want to be Nate Sawyer right now. Nate Sawyer is watching right now. I can tell you that as well. Nice little toy you have there, he says.
Nate, you've been spouting your mouth off online. Bit rich for someone that sees nothing when you're face to face. And what did you say? You've been to hell. You've lived through hell. I totally agree. If you're my idea of hell is where me auntie is me uncle and me mum is me sister. That's exactly what you hillbilly piece of... You hillbilly seems to get away with in your little hell. DJ, I'm going to drag him to the deepest pits of hell. And he's going to feel the apocalypse.
Balls count. Anyway, you can drag each other anywhere you wish. It's
I didn't get a chance to thank you for that, actually.
not a problem.
I hope you can find a decent replacement. Because after September 13th, he ain't coming back.
Some strong words. Very strong words. I mean, you've got to understand as well, though, you know what Sawyer's like. You know how malicious, how vicious he can be.
Listen, Nate Sawyer, what has he had in IWF? He went against Johnny Flashback, the nicest of guys, who wouldn't put one foot out of place. He went against Adrenaline Kid. It's in the title. He went against the Kid. He's up against a demon who doesn't play by any rules. Because there is no rules in a falls count anywhere.
That's true. That is true. But remember, there's no rules for you, no rules for him as well. This is going to be great. You know what? The fans, guys, you're in for something absolutely magical. Amazing at Monarchs Madness. I've seen what that man can do, but I've also seen what Nate Sawyer can do as well. And you are not going to want to miss it. You really not. Tickets are on sale, by the way, folks. Get them while you can. I'm pretty sure that they're going to fly out fast just to see you two tear each other apart.
The only way that Nate Sawyer leaves that ring is if I ain't moving. I ain't got one breath left in these lungs.
Well, strong words by Nate here. What will be felt as my arm straight through the back of your skull.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah, it's getting vicious now. Wow. Well, you know where to find that match, folks. September 13th, Jazz Bar, Monarchs Madness. Demon, would you mind staying on, though, because this isn't the last time we saw of you at Night of Champions.
More than happy. You give me this opportunity. I'm more than happy.
We are going to fast forward to the main event of Night of Champions, which did, of course, it saw Persona defending the title against the Big Brev, Walk of Wall Street. And the reason I showed the footage earlier on is because you've seen Persona going for that super kick, trying to take Walker's head off, using any tactic he can, any sly tactic, in my opinion, to get ahead of his opponent. Some people like that sort of thing. I like things to remain fair. It's just how I am. I like right and wrongs. I like making things right in the world. And well, towards the end of that match, there was a lot of shenanigans involving the Druids. Persona coming out with 2 Druids. I don't know who they are, where he got them from. They probably came from hell. You might know them, Demon. But well, this happened.
Alright? So I have had enough of the way you handle things. Bringing these out as well. Very good, Johnny. Johnny, thank you very much for coming out here, helping. That's what an empire's about. This is what being imperial is about. Helping your friends. But guess what? Next month, I've got a match for you. Persona? Johnny Flashback? Next month, it is on.
I'll see you next month.
So I didn't show all of the footage there, but the Druids got heavily involved in that match, and I did see that you took a chair shot to the head right before Persona managed to land the coup de grace and pin Walker for the 1-2-3. I've got to ask, how are you feeling?
You're dead right. Those Druids, they are raised from hell. And again, that's my fault. I was the one that turned Persona into what he is today. And they know that, Prince. They know the only way to keep me down is by using the ring post, steel chairs. Didn't stop us from covering the big Brett Walker, though, did it? It didn't stop us from getting in there and protecting the people who built the IWF. Flashback.
Exactly. Wow.
You know what? Me and Flash, I haven't seen eye to eye in the past. We've never been on the same page, realistically.
Sure.
But he's got a lot of my respect for what he did. He had no right being in that ring. But he just certainly proved to you, to the fans, that he is sure imperial.
Yes, like I said, that's what it's all about. Flashback coming out there to make the save, to get in between of everyone. And that's why the match was made. Out of everybody, Flashback was the one that came out. He'd just been, I'm going to say the word, he's just been screwed out of those tag team titles earlier on in the evening, and still comes out there to help out his friend, his brave Walker. A lot of respect for Flashback, a lot of respect for Walker as well, a lot of respect for you.
Listen,
I don't like them Druids. I really don't like them Druids.
as much as I like to get red-faced, DJ, as much as I like to get angry, I never forget who stood by me through thick and through thin. And Walker, he gave me a chance. If you rewind time, Walker was the one person that put his belief in Dagon. So there was no way that after another underhanded tactic by that muppet, Persona, unfortunately Walker didn't get what he deserves. But there was no way I was going to let him wheel on him.
That's the thing. I hope Walker's leg is okay, because there was a point in that match where our official, Brian, was distracted by those Druids. Persona dragging Walker's leg to the ring post, brings out a steel chair, smash. It didn't sound good. It really didn't sound good. I did ask Walker in the ring after the match if is he okay. He told me yeah. He just went yeah. But I know what Walker's like. Walker's yeah is a I'm in pain. Don't talk.
His pride will be hurt, as was
Yeah.
mine last month when Persona did the exact same thing to me. And all I've got to say is these pillocks, like Persona, is getting our officials a bad name.
Not
So-
just Persona as well. People like the Detriment. You seen what Alfie Jackson did to Brian Chaplow? It smacked to the face. And Brian, in all fairness to him, he did the right thing. He called the match a disqualification. He was physically attacked. It is not his fault. It just so happened that at the same time, apparently, Hybrid was tapping out. Unfortunately, the official didn't see it. It is not Brian's fault. I cannot state that enough.
And in my opinion, I think Brian needs to keep eyes on the back of his head in this main event on the 13th of September.
Yeah.
Because we've seen flashback of Persona in numerous companies, numerous times. And it always ends the same. Persona cheats.
Yeah.
So, Brian, here's your warning. Expect the exact same.
So now, unfortunately, for most people thinking he retained the title, champion's advantage, as they call it. But the fans are going to get what they want, and they're going to see Johnny Flashback taking on Persona at Monarchs Madness. Johnny, I know you're going to do your best. Persona, I will be watching. There will be people watching for any of your little underhanded tactics. But that's not all.
Now, I'm not general manager. I need to get this off my chest.
Go for it.
Persona, you're not worthy. You're not worthy to stand there with our main prize and raise it above that scrawny little head. One day, somebody like me, Spawn, Flashback, Thunder, Shaw, Walker, one of us is going to get the upper hand. Your time will be up. And you want to hope it's not me.
You know what they say, all things do come to an end one day. Speaking of days, we are going to fast forward a few weeks now, because if you've read the description on this this addressing the Empire, you will know that I am about to reveal to you all the rest of the matches that I've made for Monarchs Madness. And Demon, I think there's some in here that you're going to enjoy. So, without further ado, your first announced match tonight for Monarchs Madness. I'm going to put Adrenaline Kid in a match. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. He came to me after Night of Champions, and he was a bit upset. Rightfully so. He's just lost a match to Nate Sawyer. But he's after finding out I'm the general manager, he came up to DJ. I want an opportunity. I really want to prove myself against a big opponent. I don't know if I kind of misunderstood what he meant, because I thought he meant a big opponent, like big in size. He might have meant big as in popularity. I don't know, but I thought he meant big in size. So I did find someone. But Adrenaline Kid, I am going to tell you this right now. Under my management here in IWF, if you don't prove yourself, if you don't go far, then eventually you will end up at the back of the queue, and you will have to work your way back up. Everything needs to be fair. I need to keep things fair. So your match, Adrenaline Kid, for Monarchs Madness, and I wish you the best of luck, because he's heading up from down south. It is a true heavyweight, and his name is JJ Nova. Yeah, big JJ. You've seen JJ before. There he is, right there. Any thoughts on this, Demon? Because I know you've been up close and personal with that big man before.
Is this some form of rib on Adrenaline Kid?
He wanted an opportunity to prove himself.
Listen, if I was Adrenaline Kid, I'd maybe go and hide for a few months. Come back when I'm feeling a little bit more edgy. And then go against somebody same stature.
Whoa. Hey, AK, you asked for this.
JJ Nova.
He's a big dude.
I'm not going to question your management here. I'm going to trust you.
I've got every faith in Adrenaline Kid.
He won't have any adrenaline through his veins after JJ Nova gets finished.
Well, we won't know. We will not know until September 13th, Monarchs Madness. I'm expecting something big out of this one. I think this might be the kick up the backside AK might need.
We do know it's going to be AK. That you might have to get a screamer or one of them pizza oven things to get them off the mat.
Nah, it'd be fine. It'll be fine. I've thought about this. There is AK's tag team partner. Well, good luck, AK. I shall be supporting you from backstage. I'm not surprised. I'm not.
He's got the memo. JJ Nova's.
So for now as well, I just want to shout. I hope you're doing well after your match last night against Summer Rain. A hell of a match. Unfortunately, came up a little short, but these things happen. They do. But yeah, Adrenaline Kid and JJ Nova. But that's not all. I've got 3 more matches to announce. So, ladies and gentlemen, your next match I am going to announce, and this one's going to be big. Rory Shaw returning to IWF again. And he will go up against the man that, well, stopped him from pummeling Spawn with a steel chair last night, Johnny Thunder. Now, don't get us wrong, it would have been nice to see how Spawn and Rory Shaw would have ended had Thunder not have, grabbed the chair and come out and made the save. And these things happen. It would have been nice to see it. But he got cheated out of the tag titles earlier in the night. And I feel like, he needs something. He needs that little push of, I understand, here's what I'm going to do about it. So I am going to do something about it, and I'm going to give him an opportunity against Rory Shaw. Rory coming up short against Spawn for that Sovereign Shield Championship, obviously. So I think, why not give both of these gentlemen an opportunity to go after that championship? Because this match is going to be a number 1 contendership match. The winner will go on to face Spawn for that Sovereign Shield Championship. Or will he? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a good match. Either way.
I don't know if I don't mean to do this live on air, but I'm still in the board chat. This is for the
Sorry, my screen's just crashed on us for some reason. Can you say that again?
So this is for number 1 contenders for the Imperial.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm reading my thing wrong here. On my little notepad next to us. I do stand corrected.
I've still got you.
And I appreciate that. I really do.
At least
you are showing me more and more each day why I can trust you. Not that I don't. I do. I trust a lot of you. But yes, number 1 contendership match between Rory Shaw and Johnny Thunder. What are your thoughts on this? Because Rory's a big dude, a very big dude. You've seen how he handled Spawn last night.
See, now, Rory Shaw have worked in promotions, multiple promotions, where Rory Shaw has made a bit of a name for himself, should I say. And I've got no issue with him coming into IWF and trying to make a name for himself here. I've got no doubt that that's what he's going to do. He's the heavy artillery, big boy. And as we've seen last night, he manhandled Spawn like Spawn was a ragdoll. Not many could do that, Brett.
Oh, not many. Did you just call me Brev?
So use the lingo.
Still lingering a bit in there, I see.
Now, on the other hand, we've got Johnny Thunder. I've always been a big fan of Johnny Thunder. And he's got extra respect from me making a save on Spawn last night.
Yeah.
I couldn't call it, but whoever wins this match, either Johnny Flashback or Persona, has got one hell of the main event in October.
Oh yes. I've seen both of these men up close and personal many times before. I've had some pretty close encounters with Rory Shaw in the past as well. I know what he's like. Both of these men, they're not gonna hold back at all, especially if there's a #1 contendership match on the line. Whoo! Wow. But yeah, Thunder as well. I've got to give him props because obviously he got screwed out of the tag team titles early in the night, and as we've seen, Flashback and Thunder both coming out during Night of Champions, even after what happened to them, to make it a save, to stand up for somebody else, to do the right thing. And I absolutely love that. Making the wrongs right. It's that is going to be what I am all about, folks. I'm telling you right now.
DJ, I mean, Johnny Thunder, Johnny Flashback, are certainly the guys that you want by your side. They proved it last night.
Without a doubt.
Someone that you want by your side.
Oh, I'm planning on having you by my side. I'd be stupid not to have a demon by my side.
What time? Where? Story.
Perhaps. But I do have 2 more matches to announce. This one's going to be really good. In my opinion, it's going to be really good. So we know Jakob, he lost his chance at taking on Nate Sawyer due to an unforeseen injury. We hope Jakob is feeling much better now. And we all know Walker should be the IWF champion. He should be. He was screwed out of the championship. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm sitting at home last night. How can I make this right? Is there anything I can do for both of these guys to make it a little bit better? And I thought, I know, both of these guys are in Strange Street. They're a hell of a tag team. Why not give them a tag team championship match? So, at Monarchs Madness, you will see the Detriment defend their tag team championships against Strange Street's Walker Wall Street and Jakob the Polish Party Breath.
Yes.
I do hope that Walker's leg is feeling better in time. I know he took some hell of a licking on that leg at the hands of Persona. But this should be good, and I'm hoping they're feeling good about me making this match. I hope it makes up for things that happened last night. Yes, Hybrid.
Certainly believe that we will have new People Duos champions.
You never know. Detriment hey, they're doing well. You've got to admit they're doing well. Even if they are using underhanded tactics, when they're not doing that in the ring as a tag team, as their chemistry, they're working well together in unison.
Is that what you call it? That's what I call it. It's 2 gimps coming out in skull masks, thinking that they're Rocky. And when I get in there, you see it fill in the back of the pants, so they have to cheat. I don't like cheats. It's just walk. And Jakob is one of the up-and-coming in this industry. And you know, when Strange Street goes for tag team gold or silver, they're going to walk out of there tag team champions.
Statistically, yeah.
I'll be backstage laughing in Alpha's face, laughing in Hybrid's face. If they've got a problem with that, I'll tear the faces off.
Doesn't look like Hybrid's too happy about this. He's calling in for the backup now. Calling Alfie Jack. Look, you can complain and whine and moan all you like. My decision is final. The Detriment will defend their tag team titles against Strange Street. It's happening. Nah, you are like, I'm not. Does this face look like a face that is going to lie right now? It's happening. Well, yeah. Does he? Alfie has a bad leg. No, I haven't heard from any doctor. I haven't heard from any medical personnel. Nobody sent me an email or a letter. As far as I'm concerned, Alfie, your leg's fine at the minute. Till I hear
Alfie's
otherwise.
back, bad arms, bad face. He reminds me of that cartoon that I once watched when I was stuck in that delusional, strange mind. American Dad.
Hey, nothing
Roger
wrong with
the Alien.
American Dad.
Roger the Alien. That's Alfie Jackson.
Speaking of that, you were once DJ Brev, therefore this is clearly biased. Not biased. Not biased one bit. How am I biased?
Are you afraid?
Am I afraid?
No. Darwin and the Muppet in the comic.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely afraid. 100%. Walker's got some steam to let off, I would imagine, as well. So, more reason for the detriment to worry. Nah, this will be light work, apparently. Light work? He does know Big Brev is in Strange Street, right? That Big Brev in any circumstance is not light work for anybody. And although I do believe the Detriment are working somewhat well as a tag team, other than the bad stuff, I think they're going to have to pull something out against Walker here. Because, like I said, Big Brev's got a lot of steam to let off, especially after last night. And nobody likes to see him angry.
If you look at it this way, Alfie Jackson, Hybrid, they've become the Regal Duos champions, regardless of how they've done it. But then you got Walker, who's been hovering around the main event since this company took off. There's a reason why the Big Brev is in the main event scene. And there's a reason why the Detriment isn't.
Yeah. I mean, you do. You have a very solid point there. There is a reason why. Where's HR at? Mate, I've been on the job less than 24 hours. I don't even know if we've got an HR.
I'm gonna be polite here. I sacked them all. So you might want to get your own team. By head. You can't take this one. You can't call this one a Billy. You can't put your red makeup on and stamp on people's heads.
Who banned Pillick? HR tried. Nah, we're not having that. Pillick is definitely allowed.
So sacked. A lot of them.
Hybrid asking about that. Hybrid, we'll talk about pensions later on. I don't really want to get into that chat with you right now. Not the way you've been talking, but we have one more match.
Listen, Hybrid, this isn't the promotion to start talking about pensions.
Yeah. Wrong place. Definitely the wrong place. So we do have one more match to announce for Monarchs Madness, and I think you're really going to like this one because it features our Sovereign Shield champion, your son, the Living Nightmare Spawn. And I thought to myself after last night, I think we should really give Spawn someone who isn't just gonna push him to his limits, but someone he can also push back with to make this the best possible match we can. And I found someone that I think you're gonna like, and I think everybody else is gonna like. He is from SWE. He is from Alba. He is from Mega Slam, places I know Spawn knows very well as well. Ladies and gentlemen, at Monarchs Madness, you will see Spawn going up against Tommy Cartel. A very, very big name. I know you know Cartel as well. And I've not had the pleasure of seeing Tommy wrestle in person before. I believe you have, though.
You're certainly in for a treat. Tommy Cartel is a no-nonsense wrestler. He looks the part. He acts the part. Go toe-to-toe with anybody. And what we've seen from Spawn is of late. He starts angry about it's working. But did you not notice something last night? What Spawn did, which I was very impressed with. Raw reached over Spawn. But Spawn went straight into autopilot. Rory could not keep him in that ring for 3 counts. Every time Rory hit him, Spawn had his guard up.
True.
This could very well be the end of Spawn's reign as Sovereign Shield champion.
Look, if it does happen, and this is the end of his reign as Sovereign Shield champion, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed because I know that Tommy Cartel would take that championship and he would take it to massive heights. Not saying Spawn wouldn't. If Spawn retains, I've got no doubt he'll do the exact same thing. But either way, any of these men hold that championship, it's going to mean something, and it's going to mean something really, really big. Spawn's right here as well. Thank you, Mr. GMB. Is this in Good Morning Britain, son? Still DJB?
Listen, Spawn requested the very best. When Imperial first started, he went, give me anybody, but I want to be challenged against the best. He was in one of the greatest triple threats that I've seen, with 2 great athletes. He went up against heavy artillery Rory Shaw, who by no stretch of the imagination is to be taken lightly. And he's come out on top. Tommy Cartel is one of the best in the game. So I'm very looking forward to seeing what comes of this. But I believe that Sovereign Shield Championship is coming back home.
Oh,
no matter how angry you need to get some, you get the job done.
I definitely admire that optimism there. But from the things I've heard and seen online with Tommy Cartel, this is going to be one of, if not Spawn's biggest challenge to date. And yes, I am even talking about bigger than Spawn versus the Red-Faced Demon.
I would agree. Spawn's going up against Tommy, and Tommy is the master of this sport. I'm all about violence. Hurt people. Where Tommy wants to compete, Tommy wants to be known as the best. And so does Spawn. I mean, have you got the match graphic?
I do. I'm about to put it on screen. It's like you're reading my mind. There we go.
Real fans can see. This isn't a man that sits and eats his KFC or sits and eats his McDonald's and has a lazy weekend.
Like me.
This I thought you were going to be doing the gym soon. We'll get that later.
Hey, I've got stuff to do now, you know. I've got a bigger workload.
That's true. This is a guy that works on himself day in, day out. And you can even see it by this poster. He's fit as a lock.
It's well defined.
Very defined. At his Spawn, I think you've just given Spawn the match of his career.
I hope so. I really do. Speaking of, number one by him, I love a challenge, so I will be looking forward to showing Tommy what it takes to be a champion there in the IWF. Wouldn't expect anything less.
It's a different feeling, I think, for people coming into IWF for the first time and going up against a living nightmare. Because look at our first show. Over 200 people heavy. Spawn's music hits, and it becomes like another person in the ring. So it ends up Spawn and the fans against Johnny and Alan. It gives them that extra bit. Last night, we had around 50 people in the crowd, and they blew that roof off when Spawn's music hit. It weren't Spawn versus Rory. It become a 2-on-1. And that's intimidating.
Yeah, it became Sunderland versus Rory, basically.
You're right. And I know Spawn thrives off that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's like it gives him that surge. We've seen it before in Spawn, that surge of power that just suddenly overcomes him, and he's completely different. It's like everything changes and it's dialed up to 11, and he just becomes so much such a better version of himself.
Raw. Real raw.
However, folks, that is the last match I have to announce for Monarchs Madness. That is all 6 matches. Yeah, we've got the poster there. Monarchs Madness, 13th of September. From Cheers Bar in Sunderland. I am going to bring the graphics up one last time to remind you all. We do have Adrenaline Kid taking on JJ Nova. This is going to be a big... I can see you already. Just don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
Right? I'm not worried. I am not worried. I just think you're going to have to get a replacement for Adrenaline Kid.
We'll see. Be fine. Everyone makes mistakes. Of course, we've got the Regal Duos Tag Championships, the Detriment taking on Strange Street. Jakob and Walker. Going to be an absolutely fantastic match. And like you said earlier, statistically, when Strange Street are in Tag Championship matches, they come out on top. Can the Detriment retain? Who knows? I will say, though, we will be watching out for any sly tactics. And Brian, eyes in the back of your head, please. We do move on. Johnny Thunder, Rory Shaw, #1 contendership. Look at them, the way they look on there. I mean, you've got Thunder there, and he looks all nice and kind. Then you've got Rory, who looks like he's about to eat you.
I don't care who wins that match, because any one of them has got what it takes to be an Imperial champion.
Very true. Very true. And the last time I seen Rory before last night, he was actually holding a championship belt. So it's not like it's a foreign thing to Rory. He knows what it's like to be a champion. He knows what it takes to be a champion. I cannot wait to see this match. Either way, you're right. Both of these men going on to a championship match would be something amazing to see. As we've just announced moments ago, Spawn will defend his Sovereign Shield Championship against Tommy Cartel. This is going to be huge. I cannot stress that enough. I know Spawn, as he said in the comments, he loves a challenge, so he's going to be looking forward to showing Tommy exactly what it takes to be a champion here in the IWF. But as you pointed out as well, there is a possibility that we could see that championship change hands. Tommy Cartel is a phenomenal athlete, but so is Spawn. I hate this term, but I'm going to be sitting right in the middle. I don't even fathom to think who might walk away with the belt here. I know you think it's coming home. I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't put a name on it.
I think with Spawn's new attitude, that's what will get him over the line.
Hey, you know him a lot better than I do. We then move on to your match, which was made last night at Night of Champions. We are going to see the red-faced Demon Dagon taking on Nate Sawyer, and falls will count anywhere. Anywhere you want to pin him, go for it. Submit him, go for it. Ah,
Tell
I'm
you,
really looking forward to this.
you're seeing submitting falls count anywhere. I'm not going in that match to pin him. I'm not going in that match to submit him. I will win by Nate not moving until that referee puts the X up to stop that match. I am not stopping.
I hope you heard that, Brian. Red-faced Demon is going to... It sounds like he's going to force you to throw the X up and stop that match.
I'm going to Nate give up in what way he never thought he would. And that's by not being able to move. Nobody's been able to keep him down. Nobody in any promotion I've seen has been able to overcome Nate. Now it changes. Now it stops. Because Nate, you never, ever be somebody like me. And come the 13th, you see that we're going to go in your slaughterhouse. But listen, Nate, I'm going to be sitting on that stage after this match on a throne. And that throne will be built from the broken bones of your sorry carcass. And you will there know that I rule this empire.
That's some very strong words. I'm a little worried now. I mean, I made this match thinking the fans would love to see you two just go at it, but it sounds like you plan on going above and beyond to end Nate Sawyer.
Listen, all you need to tell the board, because I know that they're going to be watching this.
Yeah.
with closed eyes. Just tell them that you've booked a match for some beautiful violence for the audience.
And
then what happens.
That reminds me, folks, as well. Violence disclaimer for this match. I have no doubt there's going to be plenty of it between the red-faced Demon and Nate Sawyer. Man, that's going to be absolutely mental. And that's not even the last match that's been announced. The final match is, of course, for the IWF Championship. And we will see Persona taking on Johnny Flashback. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I want to keep things fair. I want to right all of the wrongs. I want to give people what they deserve. And I feel like Flashback deserves this. And I also, in a way, I feel like Persona deserves this as well. It might sound a bit like a punishment, but Flashback came out there, made that save. He knew he could have been torn apart by the Druids, by Persona, by anybody else. You never know. Still decided to come out there, put his own body on the line, helped make the save. That's why Flashback gets this match. But Persona, I just want to see you. I want to see you do it right. The cheating, it really grinds on me. I don't like that sort of thing. And you said earlier you don't like liars. I don't like cheaters. And I'm gonna have to try my best to make sure none of that happens. I will be there watching.
This is no unfamiliar territory for Johnny Flashback.
Not.
I've seen him with championships over his shoulder before. Currently, over a dropkick, tag team champion. However, I don't think the championship will be the only thing on his mind. He has never beat Persona. Ever. And I know that hurts. You know that feeling. Because I've never beat him in a one-on-one either. And every time he cheats, every time.
Walker,
Yeah.
Look, I know I'm sorry about how things went down. The least I've done, though, you've got a tag team championship match at the next show against the Detriment with Jakob Strange Street taking on the Detriment. It's the most I could do right now.
I mean, Walker needs to do what I done and man up. Yes, you lost. So did I. Yes, you were cheated. So was I. Your turn will come again. You will get another opportunity. Focus. Take Strange Streets to new heights. Then come back and get them. Because that's what I intend to do. I intend to get out of this darkness and step straight back through to the light. We've seen it on social media for weeks. And I got hand-delivered a t-shirt mentioning Pandemus. And that's my intention. Whether I can get out of this darkness is another story. But I intend to go through this roster. Everybody that's ever wronged the fans, anyone that's ever wronged me, or my family, tear them apart and get to the top of the mountain and raise that Imperial Championship.
Good
Just
things
like-
come to those who wait, they say. And
Just
yeah,
like this. I walked in the door this afternoon and took this. This means I've got to go back. And I shall be. And who knows? That trophy may turn to gold.
that's if you can get past Nate Sawyer, who's claiming he's going to drag you straight back to the darkness.
Yes, Sawyer. I'm bringing the darkness to you. Once I'm finished with you, that's when I'll search for the light.
Well, as
Once
your
I'm-
general manager, you've got me behind. If you need anything, any help, you know I'm there.
Once I'm done this, let's worry about your inbred family. Because if you keep getting personal, seeing stuff to earth online, you keep getting personal with my family, I'll burn your house down. You'll
Whoa.
hear the squeals of the people who shouldn't be in the middle of this. Because nobody goes near my family.
That's extremely serious.
I'm not putting up with
Okay.
it any longer. I'm sick to death of him thinking he can just do what he wants. And as soon as I get what I want against someone like Nate, they target my family. And I'm sick of it. So Nate, if you want to draw your card, draw it. But the outcome will be worse for you.
Wow. Well, folks, I really don't know what else to say on top of that. It's
But I promise, while I'm in that Imperial ring, I'll be on your best behavior.
doesn't work with Falls Count anywhere, does it? What if
That's
you're not
right.
in the ring?
I mean, during at the shows, you put your trust in me. I won't do anything that will get you in trouble.
I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you.
Outside of that,
Do what you want outside. I'm not your general manager outside of that ring.
as long as
But
we're
on-
level playing field here,
On
we'll
your,
understand.
on your own head be it. Or on Sawyer's head be it, maybe. So, ladies and gentlemen, Monarchs Madness It's surely shaping up to be an absolute hellacious show. Emphasis on the hell. There's the poster right once more. I'm still thinking about all the things that could possibly go right or go wrong between Red Face Demon and Nate Sawyer. Either way, you're in for a treat, folks. You really are. Is there anything you would like to say before we close out for the night?
There is actually. I just want to let the Imperials know that last night I did not quit because of them. I didn't quit because I didn't enjoy being a general manager. I just don't like having my hands tied behind my back. One whole year ago, I made a pact. And you know this, DJ. I made a pact to get my family back. And the only way that I would get through them was by having some light-hearted fun. And I enjoyed that for a good period of time.
So did I.
But when somebody is a stature of Dagon, the prince of the underworld, starts getting treated like a clown, is not used to his full potential, as the devil's advocate keeps telling me, then I need to wake up. I need to do this. I need to beat Nate Sawyer.
I understand. And I do wish you the very best of luck in that match with Nate Sawyer. I'll be there watching, as I hope all of you will be there watching September 13th from Chesbar in Sunderland. Thank you very much for coming on here tonight, Demon. It's been a while since we've shared the screen together, and how much has changed in that time it's phenomenal. But we're going up from here, and the only way up is Imperial. Ladies and gentlemen,
The only way down
thank you.
is Nate Sawyer's funeral.
I knew you were going to say something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here on this very first ever Addressing the Empire with me, your brand new IWF General Manager, DJB, and my guest for this evening, the red-faced demon, Dagon. Thank you very much. Good morning, good evening, good night from wherever you are in the world, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.